Hello everyone, welcome to another session of Conversation with Shu Yi. Now, with this session being done, I know that right now, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, many of business owners right now, they are struggling, they are feeling lost right now because they do not know what to do, and clients are not coming in. So this is why in today's session specifically, we want to bring in what we call a video and live stream coach, because I believe that right now, where everything is going virtual, the only thing that really drives customer in is actually video marketing. This is why in today's session, we have Jocelyn Goh, who is an expert in video marketing and who help businesses to engage their client through video. Now, in today's session, we are going to talk about how are you able to break through your fear to shoot your first video and at the same time to engage your potential prospect with your videos. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Jocelyn Goh, and I hope you enjoy this session together. So let's just dive deep directly into the interview right now. All right, first of all, hello Jocelyn. Nice to meet you and thank you for spending your time with us today. And it's our pleasure to really learn from you. So once again, welcome to this interview.
Hi Shu Yi. Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad to have this opportunity to share.
All right. So without further ado, let's just dive deep into the first question, because right now I understand that especially crises like this, right? People are feeling frustrated because they kind of not know what to do. And right now your expertise is in video marketing. So could you just share a little bit with us what is video marketing and why is this the best time for people to leverage on video marketing right now in this crisis?
Well, video marketing in a nutshell is using video content to get attention and to get awareness for your products or services. So basically, of course, video is just the content medium, basically, just like what we see in TV commercials, we see newspapers, we see radio ads. Those are like traditional media, right? So it's just that I think right now marketing has become more accessible because of social media, allowing us to run our own ads, to market our own products and services without relying on traditional media, which is a high barrier to entry in the past because you need a certain amount of budget to buy TV airtime, to buy radio airtime, to buy newspaper space, which is so much more expensive. So I guess video marketing is like the smaller scale kind of TVC that we are used to seeing, just that, and it's totally within your control, like how much budget you want to spend on your video and what are the methods you want to use to reach out to your target audience.
Right. Okay. So first of all, just to get clear on this, right? Video marketing, is it for only small business owners or who actually need video marketing?
Well, actually, everyone, I wouldn't say need, I would say everyone can benefit from video marketing. Well, the reason being because a lot of advertising and promotional space has moved on to social media. I mean, if you compare traditional media, we used to watch TV for entertainment, right?
Yeah.
But now we are no longer relying on what the TV stations are feeding us. It's a more active kind of choosing what we want to see. Even we are just probably using the TV at home as a screen, but we are totally choosing what we want to see at whatever time we want. We are no longer, in a way, controlled by the limitations of whatever the TV station is pushing to us. So, so the entire space for visual content has changed. So in terms of, does everyone need video marketing? Well, it's not a need if you think your business is doing well using whatever current marketing methods you are doing. But if you notice that your competitors are doing it and you are not doing it, even though your business might be doing okay or well now, but eventually down the road, you may lose out because your competitors are doing something that's where all the audience are. Basically, modern day marketing is about going where your audience is, because the entire landscape has changed. Audience choose what they want to see now. In the past, we are being fed what people want to show us. So it's very different. And that's why content creation has also changed, right? You used to need a big crew to create videos. You need to be a professional to create videos, but it's no longer the case. Some ads that we see on social media, they can be as simple as just taken with a smartphone.
Yep.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean you need a huge budget to actually create video content or to even run video ads on social media.
Right. Okay. And just to add on to your point, I totally agree with you. And at the same time, I think that would you agree that especially in crisis like this, the views on social media are actually abundant. People are onto social media everywhere. So this is actually the best time for you to actually go into videos. So
Uh,
yeah.
hmm, would I
Okay.
agree?
Yeah, okay. Would you agree that this is actually the best time for people to actually put out video content out there? Because as you know, the crisis over here, opportunities has been abundant.
Correct. I definitely noticed that people are spending more time on social media. So for example, like I actually, although I do video marketing, I also specialize in live video.
Right.
So the thing is, what I observe for live video is live video viewership has generally all went up.
Yeah.
So this is already proof that, live video is getting normalized, is getting accepted by the general audience as a medium of entertainment or a medium of content. Whereas previously live video, I would say more for maybe our part of the world, it's still lukewarm. Yeah, it's not a majority space, but now I think more and more people are getting used to going into live video. I even noticed a change in the audience behavior. Like in the past, if you don't give a specific call to action, people can generally just watch you quietly, without
Yep.
participating. But now I noticed that audience are very forthcoming in like leaving comments during a live video. Like generally the person in the video don't even need to you know, uh, overly give any call to action. Oh, comment this, comment that. I mean, although it's still good to do all this, but I find that in general, the audience are quite active in doing so without even, the host or the performer telling them to do anything. So I think the the audience behavior has changed and they are getting used to receiving information and content with such a method. So as the demand goes up, the supply will, there can also be an increase in supply to actually meet the demands of what people actually like right now and what people are willing to spend time on.
Yeah, okay. So I'd just like to handle one misconception about video shooting for some creators out there, because I think that when it comes to video shooting, right, most people they say that can I still become an content creator? Can I still do video marketing if I'm an introvert? I can't speak on camera. So how do you actually, what are your thoughts on this?
I actually find that um firstly, I just want to share a fact. Actually a lot of performers or entertainers that we see on screen, they are actually introverts.
Okay.
Yeah. I am what people consider an extrovert because I look very outspoken. Um, but actually, I'm not a very good performer. I can just express my own thoughts, but I cannot pretend to be
Yeah.
like another character or someone else.
Yeah.
So actually, a lot of good actors that we see on screen, they are actually introverts. So actually, I find that if you're an introvert, they might have challenge doing public speaking because like the audience is like really in front of you. Whereas that's probably easier for extroverts. But when you're behind a camera, it could actually work very well instead for introverts. I also noticed recently with all the trends of having meetings on Zoom and all that, I find that a lot more introverts are actually more comfortable applying in such a situation or scenario for learning or even meetings. Yeah, they actually feel, I think, less stressed as compared to maybe going to a huge event with lots of people and forced to mingle.
Right.
Whereas I think they feel more comfortable in a Zoom meeting kind of setting where you can choose to be more obvious, or you can choose to quiet and be an observer. Yeah, so I find that actually being an introvert doesn't mean you cannot film a video. Everyone has their own style, and whatever style you are, I believe that you will attract that group of audience that connects with you for who you are. So it doesn't mean that you can only be an outspoken or very entertaining or very funny personality to be able to be a on-screen personality. Yeah.
Right, that's a really powerful lesson because I always believe that you don't need to fake yourself in front of camera. You just need to be who you are, and the right type of people will actually be able to connect with you better. So so talking
Yes.
about like creating videos that sells, right? How do you actually? What is your strategy behind creating a very successful video campaign that will allow you to actually attract leads into your business, especially in times like this?
For me, it always boils down again, even though my profession is about video, which is the content, the medium itself. So you think of it as the cup that's just holding the content.
Yeah,
But before that, you need to plan what are you pouring into the cup. Yeah. So, when you want to pour into a cup, then you need to think the person who is going to drink this, what do they want to drink? Which is digital marketing 101. Who is your target audience?
yeah,
Yeah. So normally I work backwards with my clients because quite a number of my clients, they are more traditional businesses. They know that video marketing is the way to go and they want to explore it, but they don't really know enough about how digital marketing works, how the philosophy and mindset of digital marketing is very different from traditional media. Traditional media last time is like you're throwing an arrow and you hope to hit someone lah,
yeah,
because you can't track results, right? Maybe at the most in the past we have coupons, cut out coupons from the newspaper.
yeah,
That's trackable. But from a TV ad, so if someone comes to you from a TV ad or what, you can't really tell. So the key difference, of course, with digital marketing is we can trace results, we can analyze, we can make changes. But when it comes to creating the video, which normally, of course, they still need to pay a little sum of money for production. So we try to be as targeted and as accurate as possible in the content that we present in the video. So it boils down to who are the target audience that we want to attract in this campaign, and then we design the content of what will attract them, be it pain points or be it product based, what kind of product will attract people. And the video should usually have just one or two key focuses and not like try to present everything. Yeah.
okay,
So that's how I start in designing the content, and along the way I'm also educating like my clients. Yeah. And
okay,
then after the video is produced,
yeah.
the caption is important, the call to action is important, the offer is important. Yeah. So that's like almost the whole process lah of doing a video marketing campaign.
Right. So talking about that, right? Like, is there a proven method that you actually use to actually craft your content out? Like, for example, I know some trainers, they need to get the hook, then after that they need to get the content, and after that they will need to close in the video. So, what would be your strategy in creating a very successful video for marketing purposes?
Mm. For me, because I come from a retail background prior to doing this video focused business. So a lot of my niche and my forte is more for like retail businesses and service businesses.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm not exactly serving clients who are of like selling information products, not now yet at least. So the the strategy is very different. For retail and service, we will need either a key product or a key service that will attract people to the store. So mainly, of course, the objective is to bring people to the physical store, give awareness, or even bring traffic to an online store. So I will actually sit down and draw out what are the key products to focus with the client. If they don't have a super attractive or super obvious key product, then again need to take another step back to work on coming up with a product for the sake of the campaign, so that you have something very attractive to draw people into the store. Yeah, so that's one of the strategies that we'll take. Like, because most traditional business, when you ask them what do they want to sell, they will tell you everything is good. You ask them what target audience they want to sell, everybody can buy my products.
yeah,
So there's a lot of back working with them to educate and then really draw all this thing out lah. So for me, it even goes to the extent of I tell my client, okay, give me your top 50 sales item list. And I look at it and then I will advise you, okay, what can we feature in the products? What is popular and what do we hope to draw with all your popular products? Who else can we reach out to with all your popular products? I even go down to looking at population statistics by areas, by demographic areas. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so it's like, to me, it's combining the retail analysis into the video marketing campaign, yeah, to help the business gain more awareness and drive more traffic to their store or their online store.
Right. Okay. So I know a lot of a lot of people out there who say that they want to create videos, but then a lot of them, right, they have this fear that they are not able to speak in front of video cameras, and when the moment they see video cameras, they just forgot the entire thing, and they will need to take a lot of takes in order for us to do one successful video for their marketing. So what would your be advice on how to actually break that fear to actually publish the first video?
Well, I think there are two ways. I mean, if you're lucky enough to have, okay, let's say assuming now everyone is home based and technically you cannot go anywhere else, you just can do at home. I mean, if you have a family member at home that can help you to be behind the camera, it helps that, this person is feeding you questions and you're answering. So you're sort of for real having a conversation. Because in video production, that's what we do when we need to interview our subject, right? Yeah, because we also don't expect them, they are not trained performers. We also don't expect them to, well, just speak to the air suddenly. And
Yeah.
then they also like need to know where to look, right? They also need to know where to look. So normally for us, when we do production, I'll be behind the camera and I'll talk to them. You see, I'll guide them. I will draw out what I need them to say in
Right.
the final product. But when you're alone, and you are like not experienced, so what you can do is, of course, you prepare a script. But I don't encourage word for word, because then you get so focused on trying to remember exactly. Then you maybe it gets worse. I find it could get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this model could work for certain people. So I wouldn't say it's a definite no, but for myself, I cannot be too scripted.
Yeah.
I just need key points, and I just elaborate naturally from there. The good thing about video is that you can always edit. If you make any mistakes, you can pause, you can do a retake. So I guess people don't have to be too nervous about getting everything in one take. Most of the time, things are not in one take. Yeah, they are just cut and pieced together. Even to the point when I edit my client video, some people talk with a lot of fillers like and all that. I will just, it has to cut out. I can leave in one or two so that the speech looks natural, but when it's too much, it becomes distracting. So the same, if you're filming yourself and you have all these like speech habits, right?
Yeah.
It will take longer if you want to correct yourself. Just cut them out.
Okay.
It's easier to just cut them out for a start. Of course, and I think with time and practice, it gets better. Actually, for myself, I'm so used to being behind the scenes, right? But I also do live videos to educate people. So I do Facebook Live. I do quite a lot of Facebook Live to spread awareness about Facebook Live and to educate people. For a start, I also had problems like looking at the camera, because most of us tend to look at our face, which is the screen, but then our face or the person that we are talking to, which is the screen, but they are not at the same position.
Yeah.
So it takes practice. It took me time also now to remember that I should look at the camera for a certain period of time so that the audience feels that I'm looking at them. Yeah, so I find that you have to start somewhere and practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends who told me after filming the entire thing, they realized they are not looking at the camera. They were looking at their script, which is off the focal line.
Yeah.
But then you see, they learn because of the episode. They learn and then they move on. They improve for the next video. So you just have to start doing lah, I would say, yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
learn along the way. Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who are watching this, right, just to sum it up on what Jocelyn had just told us. So basically, right, in videos, if you are filming it yourself, there are two ways to do it. The first way is for you to get someone on behind the camera to ask you questions so that you can actually answer to their question more naturally. And the second way is actually for you to come up with a script. So for me, right, just to share with you a little bit about my experience as well. So for me, I don't usually come up with a word for word script, but then usually I would just list out everything that I want to cover in point form so that you can actually elaborate on it yourself. Okay, so that's my takeaway from Jocelyn's session for today. And also one thing for just to share with you is that for me, actually, my first video, right, it took me more than 50 takes and also more than 1 to 2 hours actually to film a 2 to 3 minutes video. So that's just how bad I was back then. But then, like what Jocelyn said as well, we need to start somewhere, and we also need to actually continue implement all the feedbacks that we have gotten and continue taking action. So that is something very, very powerful that I learned from Jocelyn from her session today. So Jocelyn, any last word for our audience before we end this session for today?
Well, it sounds like somebody else's slogan, but it's derived from my own. Well, my company is called Just Go Live, right? Because it's as simple as I'm just telling you, just go live. I'm advocating live video. So yeah, it's as simple as what Nike says, just do it. Because if you don't do everything, it's just theory in the end.
Yeah.
I find that doing and learning along the way is the most powerful. I mean, you can learn concepts up to a certain point, and you really need to just do it after that before you can continue to grow. Otherwise, everything is just concepts. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Jocelyn, for your session today. I believe that me and also my audience have learned so much from today's session. With that, thank you so much for your time.